Alright, so this is so far the cheapest RTX 4050 laptop that is available, with some major and minor updates. So let's see what it can really do under the hood. While the last year's model was a significant improvement for its compelling offering, and this year's model appears treading the same ground. This is 2023 refreshed Ideapad Gaming 3. Let's talk about it. To begin with, this is equipped with AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS processor, an NVIDIA RTX 4050 GPU, a 512 gigs of M.2 NVMe SSD, and last but not the least, a 15.6-inch 120Hz IPS display. On eBay and Newegg, this specific model is available for $999 USD. While currently it is not available in the Indian market, but according to some online sources, it will cost somewhere around 90k to 100k INR when it will be available in June or July. I don't know about the exact launch date or cost, so I won't say much about that. But first, a great thanks to Colossa Gadgets for providing all these B-rolls, which made this review possible. So looking at another laptop with 7735HS, it appears that we still have to wait for AMD to release their flat H series chipset. I also found it puzzling that AMD chose to release their HS series chipset rather than the H series. But I think most of the people often don't care until they are served what they want, and in this case it's the overall performance. Now in terms of build and design, the last year's model was a significant improvement over the previous models. Now we are back to more incremental improvements. So as you can guess, it's completely identical on the outside. Same size, same colors, and physically nothing to differentiate from the previous model. This is entirely made out of plastic and polycarbonate, and measures 14.2 by 12.5 inches. Because of a legion-like protruding back with several ports and blue accented cooling vents, this is noticeably deeper than the Nitro 5. There is a lot of flex if you grab the screen from corners, not so much if you press the keyboard deck. On the backside you will find rear I/O ports flanked by right and left exhaust ports. There are also some cool blue accents on the center of each exhaust, which helps to break up the boring onyx grey color. On the other ports you will find a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A port on the right side and same on the left side, joined by a 3.mm headphone jack. So plenty of ports, which is gonna be more than enough for most users. The keyboard is brightly backlight, just in white. Don't look for an RGB rainbow, and has an attractive layout including a numeric keypad and dedicated home and page up and page down keys on the top row. The 1080p IPS panel has 120Hz refresh rate with AMD FreeSync support to fight screen tearing during gameplay. Its rated brightness is a rather dim 250 nits. Below 300 I consider minimum, and 400 I prefer from an IPS panel. It's still dimly lit and murky, more common in a low-cost Chromebook rather than a gaming laptop. Contrast and viewing angles are fair, but the white backgrounds is not that good. Colors are bland and washed out, making fine details unclear. In terms of cooling, there are 2 heat pipes set between the CPU and the GPU, and 1 more for the CPU, plus a total of 4 heat sinks and 2 fans. Now for the upgrading options, there are 2 RAM SODIMM slots, and I am pretty confident that it can fit up to 32 gigs in total. Storage wise, there are 2 M.2 PCI export slots. In battery life test, the Ideapad Gaming 3 lasted just over 4 hours. I don't expect the gaming laptops, particularly the budget models, to reign supreme in the battery life championship. And with the hardware it packed inside, this result was expected. So finally it's time to look at the performance. Because this is only a first impression video, there aren't many benchmarks to discuss. So Cinebench R23 and 3D Mark IV Strike is ideal for accessing the overall capabilities of this laptop. So examining the performance and comparing it with the last year's model, there is no improvement so far on the CPU side, because it uses the same Zen 3 Plus architecture as the 6800H, with the only difference being the higher clock speed and the TDP range. Now the upgrade from a 4GB RTX 3050 to a 6GB RTX 4050 is a major improvement in this laptop. It's an 85W GPU with DLSS3 capabilities, so it does support the frame generation. So if you are curious what frame generation or FG is, it's basically an AI processing that comes with 3rd generation DLSS. So what it does, it generates new frame in between the existing frames to increase FPS and to provide better gaming experience while using less power. Now in order to better understand it in real time, let's run some gaming tests. The RTX 4050 resembles the RTX 3060 in most of the games, making it to run easily at the 1440p resolution. That was previously not in the domain of RTX 3050. So all in all, this laptop doesn't disappoint. Its build quality is not the best, but it's better than what we expected. Yes, the lid is bouncy, but the rest of the device is so good that we can let that one slide. Now there will also be an in-depth review of this laptop on the channel very soon, where I will cover more detailed points. This will be crucial since I will compare it with the other gaming laptops that are comparable in the price, such as Nitro 5 and other laptops that are yet to be released. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you won't miss that one out. So that's it, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay awesome, keep spreading positive vibes, peace out.